insider access that you want and need from camp all day long right here on NFL Network. Welcome to GMFB, live in New York. Kyle Brandt, D'Angelo Hall, myself, Kay Adams, and Lamar Jackson could be better than Michael Vick is what I learned last hour.
That's right. Michael Vick has been in the NFC title games.
In trouble,
yeah,
man.
that's what we like to do.
I just was playing golf with Mike last week.
Yeah?
How about that? I'm not going to get in there.
Is that lefty 9-iron?
Yeah,
how's Mike's golf game? Any good?
Nice. He's nice. He's
Okay,
super
good.
nice.
Yeah,
He is.
it's
About a
time
5.
for the lead block.
Lead block.
Right, so we mentioned those 4 teams that have rookies reporting to camp today: the Cardinals, the Ravens, the Broncos, and the Seahawks. Broncos, the only team reporting in full. So we're playing Name That training camp with those 4 teams and our Microsoft Surfaces. We've got the logos here. Swipe on through. Oh, my God, there we go. Really good at technology. Which of these 4 teams needs their rookies and their rookie class to have the biggest impact, Kyle?
I got to go to the #1 pick. I got to go to Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. This guy better be something. There's an expression about, is the juice worth the squeeze? The squeeze that they did was all that offseason, and we moved up to draft Josh Rosen. Now we're going to ditch him. It's like we've been talking about the Lion King today. It's like Kyler's being held up like above Pride Rock, like the one that was promised.
He's the promised one.
Everything the light touches is yours, Kyler, but you got to deal with it. And you can't be a little spoiled brat like Simba and run away when there's problems. You got to deal with it. Kyler, I'm not even going to mention the other receivers. They'll do their thing, but this is the man. You better be a little Russell Wilson, a faster Pat Mahomes, because the juice, it was a hell of a
You've got to be a Russell Wilson and a faster Pat Mahomes. The expectations for the #1 overall pick are staggering.
Yes. I, along with you, Kyle.
You got to do
I'm going
it.
with the Cardinals. Like you said, it's Kyler Murray. It's what he could be. I like Andy Isabel to see those 2 guys competing. And I was always the guy who questioned, hey, how fast really is Kyler? I just didn't know. And seeing that foot race,
What'd you think?
I know he can fly. And so, because I know Andy Isabella can fly, but just him adding another dimension to that passing attack. I mean, Larry Fitzgerald came in the league with me. Still one of the best hands I've ever seen in a receiver, but he can't stretch the field like he used to. And so this guy,
I hate to bring it back, but
a lot too.
Didn't you race Vic when you came in? You go up to Virginia Tech guys.
That was a rumor.
Was that true?
Never happened?
Because I wonder what it's like for the quarterback to beat the corner or the receiver. In this case, like Kyler could,
he wouldn't beat me though.
Okay.
But
Well, I guess we'll never know.
Why are you trying to?
But I always say Mike was fast. I was fast.
Okay.
And so finally,
That's
I just
cute.
said, all right.
I think
I'm going to go with the team that lost a lot. You guys gained a quarterback, #1 overall, but if I look at Doug Baldwin being gone, Frank Clark, those are 2 crucial pieces. And that's on top of all the other weapons that they've lost since their glory days and their trips to Super Bowl. So I think with guys like, I'm not that great at this, with guys like Metcalf, he's going to have to make an impact right away. Yeah. They draft Collier. These are rookies that really need to step up and make a difference because B-Wags and Russell Wilson shouldn't have to do it all. They're going to need some help and big impacts from these young cats.
There's that little narrative like DK Metcalf's going to be a, quote, project. Like, they don't have time for a project. The Rams are coming. The Niners are like, you got to go, man.
Division's loaded, conference loaded. They've got to come out the gates firing in the NFC West. All right, which of these 4 teams that are reporting today, their rookies are, has the head coach under the most pressure?
David Bowie? I like it.
That's pretty good.
Go ahead. Who's up?
You go, Hall.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go first. I think we probably all have the same answer here because the Cardinals are so intriguing of a team, right? But it's definitely Cliff Kingsbury. This is a guy who I didn't think was, I'm not going to say qualified for the job, but I thought it was a stretch to get him. He's definitely qualified for the job. But, he wasn't very successful at Texas Tech. It was kind of weird how he was hired. He had already took one job somewhere else, and it was just kind of crazy. And so I'm very interested to see how guys in that locker room respond to him. I'm actually going to be heading out to Arizona camp for Inside Training Camp. Yes, make sure you check us out. But I say all that to say,
shout out to my fans.
I can't wait to see how people respond to him because young coaches are kind of hit or miss. You either all gravitate towards them and they can get that respect from the locker room, or you run them over.
See you later.
It'll be fascinating for sure. But I think this guy's under some massive pressure. Coach Harbaugh says, hey, Super Bowl winning quarterback, see ya. Hey, Suggs and Weddle and Mosley, see ya. We don't need you. Instead, we're going to make do with what we have. Oh, and then we're going to rework an entire offense in a world that is pass heavy in the NFL that is evolving one way. We're going to zig when everybody's zagging, and we're going to go all in and see how we do in a division that, as Kyle mentioned earlier, we are just waiting for somebody take and just own for the next several years, maybe even the next decade or so. So to me, Harbaugh just having that mentality of I'm going to do this my way and go against the grain, love that.
Okay, your answer is more creative and introspective than mine. I'm going to pick the low-hanging fruit. I'm going to go right here.
Are you back?
Mufasa, straight up Mufasa, okay? And, you were just saying that if the coaches don't have it, the players will run them over. What happened to Mufasa? It was literally run over because, listen, I think the Cardinals are like, all right, so let me get this straight. Sean McVay shows up and he's in the Super Bowl in Super Bowl in 2 years. Let's go, Cliff. You're our young, cool offensive coach. We just changed our whole franchise to give you the quarterback that you want. Yeah. Now go win 12 games for us now, or at least in year 2. So Coach Mufasa, Washboard Mufasa, he better get this thing going because the thing's going to be over soon if it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm going to jump back on the K's bandwagon. When she talked about the Ravens and Coach Harbaugh, you're absolutely right. I felt like it was, okay.
There you go.
I felt like it was some point in that season when they switched quarterbacks that he was on the hot seat. He was almost fired. And he made a bold move that could have lost him his job.
True.
Lamar Jackson comes in and they aren't able to have success, which they weren't throwing the ball, but they still were able to score. And it blew my mind. I'm like, this offense, like, I feel like I can stop it. Like, what our defense is doing? But they weren't. But this year, I think, as you saw with the Chargers, people made those adjustments, or they made the adjustments. So I think Coach Harbaugh, if he doesn't get it right, I think he could still be on the hot seat.
At what age do you show your children the full Lion King movie?
It's a great question. I don't know. It's abandonment issues off the ears, Kay. Maybe never.
I watched it on a plane not long ago, fully crying. Full headset on, people looking at me like, what's wrong with you? Fully crying. Thought I could handle it.
I got problems with it.
Which of these 4 teams, gentlemen, has the quarterback with the biggest question mark as we approach 2019? We're talking Seahawks, Ravens, Broncos, all these rookies reporting, and the Cardinals.
He's walking around singing, I can't wait to be king. I mean, hashtag privileged. Let's go. I'm going to go with this. Baltimore. This is easy. I talked about this earlier in the show. Don't you get the impression that with Lamar, it's not going to be a C? Like, I don't think he's going to be average.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be fantastic, or this did not work out in year 2.
Why you love him.
That's exactly why I love him. Most talented quarterback maybe ever, athletically, that we've seen. I don't mean to get you back into it, D'Angelo. You played with Vic. And by the way, Michael Vick himself has been very bullish on Lamar, said he can be better than me if he even approaches that. And frankly, he's not out there with Peerless and Algie and Brian Finner. I think he has a more wide variety of weapons. Sorry, with respect to those guys. Lamar.
All right, I'm back on it.
Yeah?
I'm back on Arizona. Baby. I'm back on Arizona. Kyler, I'll be out there, like I said, baby. I want to talk to you.
Smart.
Because, like I said, the unknown with him, he didn't start a lot of games in college, unlike Baker Mayfield, but to put up the kind of numbers he put up in college in the same offense, you see so many similarities in their game. And I don't know how he'll lead. I think that was the thing that I think everyone loved about Baker Mayfield. He led tremendously.
Yes.
I'm still questioning Kyler Murray, like how that, how that aspect of him just going into that locker room. Will his dad be all in his ear for the most part, kind of like RG was for a little bit? Does that hamper him? So there's a lot of things that go into play that doesn't even involve him playing football. And so we know he can play football, but I just want to see, he to me is the guy. If he goes, this team goes.
That's good, man.
I just feel like sometimes on our show, we neglect to talk about the topics that are true question marks because we don't know what to say about them even. It's like being in line at a buffet and there's a salad and you don't know the ingredients, you don't want to ask, so you don't take it and you pass on it when it could be delicious. Yeah. You just don't know the details or how it'll go one way or the other. And that's how I feel about the Broncos. So I think as far as question marks and quarterbacks, like, does Joe Flacco have in him what it takes to be 2012 Joe Flacco? Is he totally done? And if he's not, did Elway get it right with Drew Lock out of Missouri? And can he step up and take this team? Because you can say what you want about the AFC West and it belonging to the Chiefs and everyone, but this defense, there's questions. I had a lot of hate from Broncos fans yesterday saying, why are you questioning our team? There are so many questions surrounding them. Do you have the potential to go and disrupt the AFC West and be contenders? Sure, but it's got to start at the quarterback spot where I don't know what to make of either the veteran or the youngster.
Yeah.
Okay, you truly consider the salad at the buffet? Are you out of your mind?
You know what I mean? Like
I'll walk right past that.
It has a lot of ingredients.
Yeah.
You're like, what's in that lasagna? Like what exactly? And you're just like, I'll pass.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the Broncos quarterback situation.
There's
None of us want to talk about it because we don't know what to make of it.
Is this vegan? Are there nuts in there? Yeah. You got to ask.
We'll be back. There we have it. We've got training camp rookies showing up all over the place, coast to coast. We've got you covered. And like I said, we might be sleeping on them.
New head coach is always big changes. Anything's possible.
Fangio did with the linebacker.